mother of two, Dimam, finds herself at odds with her children and tells how they got even in this month's sideways look at family life. In sickness and in health. The honeymoon is over. My hitherto perfect relationship with my 10-month-old daughter is a scrap of history, a mere memory to me. Miranda had such an agreeable temperament, you see. She'd sleep through the night, eat eggs, smile indiscriminately at strangers, wave on cue, recognize her father, do all the things which are called being a good baby. And all of a sudden, it was no more Mr. Nice Guy. I woke one night to the certain knowledge that my baby was being attacked by a barking seal escaped from some aquatic reserve. But no, it was the child herself. And the daylight diagnosis? Croup. Yes, I too thought it had gone out with rickets. But it turns out to be a son of laryngitis for beginners. Anyhow, the treatment, besides steamy bathrooms, was trusty old penicillin, in that sweetened yellow suspension which makes it look like Advocar. Easy peasy, I thought. My boy Ben, now 5, used to queue up for that banana treat. But with Miranda, no way. Husband Simon and I spooned it, dripped it, dropped it, disguised it, coaxed it, mashed it up with real banana, and offered it in every form known to man or mother, and got most of it back. Her brother was so appalled by our efforts that he offered to take the medicine for her. I cracked it in the end. Amoxil sandwiches, brown bread and butter with a 5 ml portion spread on one slice. 10 days later, her breathing still sounded like someone trying to kickstart a moped. Our GP's verdict, an upper respiratory infection not responsive to penicillin. Perhaps she knew there was no point in taking it anyway. New prescription, erythromycin, or what Ben appreciatively knew as the strawberry one. Not only was this unacceptable from spoon, cup or syringe dispenser, you can't absorb it in brown bread either. Persistence disclosed the correct application. A small Neapolitan cornet topped with 5 ml of erythro strawberry sauce and sprinkled with hundreds and thousands. Seeing this presented 3 times a day to his sister has brought Ben to the very edge of filial jealousy. Unwilling to concede defeat, Miranda ran a high temperature for 4 days and broke out in an erythro strawberry-coloured rash from forehead to foot. As we now have a season ticket for the doctor, diagnosis was swift. Wait for it. Roseola infantum. I expect that's Latin for infant's pink rash revenge. My friend Sally was sceptical about this. She says some mothers need to leave the surgery with a large bottle of red jollop to feel that the wait was worthwhile, and others need a good, long-sounding condition to look up in their medical dictionaries when they get home. And I'd just been accurately identified as the second sort. All right, I did look it up. But it is a perfectly genuine mild viral infection having exactly these symptoms. The medicine business has been only one sign that my baby girl has grown up into her own woman. As an eruption of acne might herald the onset of the troublesome teens, so Miranda's pink rash has prefaced all kinds of revolutionary behaviour. There was spitting at the butcher, tearing up the telephone bill. My husband Simon expects to reserve that activity for himself. Wilfully dismantling her brother's sticklebrick constructions and kneading something really unpleasant into my parents' drawing-room carpet, that kind of thing. And it's worse because I thought she was such an angel. She's so good, I used to say, she must have been here before. Wiser friends have said, no, it's only that you've been here before. I had to take Ben and myself to the dentist last week. Yes, it has been a rather medical month, this one. But haven't you noticed how your own body falling apart coincides with your children's appointments? "Splendid," said the dentist. "Your son has 20 straight and sparkling white teeth, needing no treatment." I basked in his congratulations. The pleasure almost alleviated the discomfort of trying to smile while Ben smugly witnessed the dentist attending to my own crumbling canines and mouldy molars. "Ha! Done something right at last," I thought triumphantly. As a mother, you should never even think anything like that. The very next day, Ben sank those self-same straight and sparkling gnashers into his best girlfriend at school. We were in disgrace. If you're going to cash in on your children's dental glory, you must also share their shame. I don't know why he bit her. His defense seems to be that it was more gentlemanly than to punch her. It was a first offence. Previous good behaviour was taken into account. The sentence was being sent to sit on a square of carpet in the corner. And you've heard about being put on the mat, haven't you? As I was leaving the doctor's surgery after yet another consultation, sticky eye in the one and verruca in the other, I forget which, my wise and often jokey GP said, "Who'd have 'em, eh?" We looked up at the enlargement of two handsome young people, quite grown up, that look down at her from her wall while she dispenses reassurance and red jollop and the news about roseola. You would, and I would, Dr. Anne. That's who. Back home at bath time, I lift what looks like a pot of raspberry yoghurt, Miranda covered in red zits and calamine lotion, and immerse her into a bath of soothing bicarb. Ben helps me bathe her, fetching his best frogman and 2 ducks to cheer her up. He pours water from the highest point he can reach, and she stretches out to clutch at the elusive ropes of falling water. Miranda never fails to wonder at water. You can see it and you can feel it as it runs through your fingers, but you can't hold it. Like these brief days with the children. Like everything, really. "Do you know, Mummy, she's really quite pretty, even when she's spotty," observes Ben. And we are all friends again.